Ball always going away from him. The fact that he kept his eye on it the whole way, just over his left shoulder, and then when he needed to dive, he put in the dive. What a catch that is from Curtin.
The wicket taking over. Power play completes 43 for 3. Well, with all the excitement about that catch, HD, we haven't even mentioned who's come to the crease. In comes one of the 4 overseas players for the Sudurpaschim Royals. That's Saif Zaib, another one of the English county contingents that's here. 10 players of the 38 or 39 that we have in the Nepal Premier League come from England. 2 overseas players be together in tandem at the crease. Piece of innovation to start with, just helps it around the corner. Probably hard for us to get across just how good this catch was, because for those who may have never played cricket, you might just love watching cricket. When you're running away over your shoulder, it's almost impossible to judge when it's going to land. And look at the way he leaps through the air. Oh, there's shades of some of the best catches of all time right there. Canada's captain at his very, very best. Use of the feet, gets lucky, just lands in front of Chris Soule, who's another good athlete. Now, previous over, just before we came on, big moment. McMullen, he's a star, isn't he? That's a regulation stumping miss from Lokesh Bam.
He just stands up before the ball gets to him.
You talk about the way he's sort of come up. He's also snatched at it a little bit, hasn't he? He's almost in an over-enthusiasm to want to affect the stumping, has cost the chance. All that regulation for Lokesh Bam. Good left-arm spinner here. This is Anil Karel, who is one of 5, if not 6 players that have come up from Australia. He's playing first-grade cricket in Australia, which is a very good standard. Helped away into the leg side, gets a good piece of it, gets it all the way for 6. Good use of the feet from Saif Zaib. It's a maximum to bring up the 50. The score, 53 for 3. Well, big roar. He might have just been off on advertising break. The reason why Sandeep Lamachani brings himself into the attack. Look at those numbers. Almost ludicrous, to be honest with you. H.D. Ackerman, 108 wickets at an average of 12. He's got a wicket-taking record that's so prolific. It's up there with the very best in the game. One thing he loves doing is taking wickets, particularly for Nepal, but wherever he plays his cricket. Been impressed with Saif Zaid thus far.
Not a household name, but he's got a good T20 record. Plays for Northamptonshire in England. Strike rate of 141. That's very impressive. Average of over 25. Score of 92. But I think we've got to sort of become accustomed that 20s is sort of the new 30s when it comes to averages in T20 cricket. When you're walking in at number 5, number 6, it's the strike rate that coaches and management are looking at.
You also think of someone like a Saif Zaid. He hasn't really played in other franchise leagues yet. He has played in the T20 Blast in England. He has got a few goes in the 100 too. That was for the Northern Superchargers. In terms of scale of opportunity for him personally, live on Star Sports. Beautifully bowled, the googly. Not sure McMullen picked it. Amachani desperate to get the big wicket.
Nearly chops this on. Skillful bowler, Sandeep.
Shoot coming on.
As by his own admission, Lamachani, unless there's a touch maybe of that kind of chain-worn mind games in it. He says he's got 4 or 5 different googlies. That's the kind of one that almost you roll the top of your spinning finger over. So it's going to kind of rag sharply back into the right-hander. It will just go on. Should sometimes bounce a little more, but so much of this with Risbin, it's natural variation as well. For the 8th, 57 for 3. Well, beautifully poised after 8 overs. Sudurpaschim Royals, the 6th of the 8 teams to come into action. And for those who've been helping to build up and hype this tournament up, they're the most followed of the 8 teams on social media by quite a distance too. A couple of reasons for that. Firstly, the love of the game in the Sudurpaschim area, but also certain Dipendra Singh Airi. There's not many more popular players than him. He was the marquee player that was assigned to the Royals. Absolutely adore him, and rightly so. What a talent he is. The number 2 ranked T20I all-rounder in the world. There's big names everywhere here at this NPL. None bigger than the man that Nikhil Goswami's just about to chat to. Let's get down to him.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. Just the right time to pick the brains of the mentor of Sudurpaschim Royals, Brad Hodge. Brad, firstly, welcome to Nepal. How's it been?
It's been fantastic, actually. Yeah, it's been really welcoming. Excited for the cricket. You know, it's a big event for Nepal and the cricket, and it's actually been a great show so far.
Right, just coming back to this contest and the current situation of the match. What do you make of it right now? You've lost 3 wickets for 50-odd runs. You set small targets as a mentor. What's the talk in the dressing room?
Yeah, we probably lost 1 more wicket than we would have liked in the power play. We just lost Arif just at the back end, which was a bit of a shame, but we've just built a partnership here. We've watched the first few games and know that it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for new players coming in, but so far so good. We've kept the positive mindset and the intent. That's how we want to play, and we think we've got a pretty good side, you know, to be able to challenge later on in the tournament.
You've been associated with Australia and coaching duties and IPL as well. What's the kind of message and information and knowledge you're keen to pass on to the young, talented group of Nepal as well?
Yeah, it was more just to, you know, really showcase your talents. Like, you know, don't get overcome by the experience of playing in front of a big crowd and TV. So go out there and showcase your ability. but also trust your strengths and play to your strengths as much as you can. So we all know what it's like to feel pressure in the game of cricket, and everyone's going to face it today. So it's just how you deal with that. But look, we're just excited to get into the tournament. We've prepped really well. Got a good coaching staff and a good leader in DP. So it's actually, it's really exciting. We just want to play a really good brand of cricket and, let these fans enjoy it for what it is.
It's a lengthy tournament. Keep an eye on the game as well. With regard to a mentor in the side, what is your primary role that you look to do in getting this team to, really go out there and perform in the middle?
Yeah, just a little bit of strategic stuff as well. Just helping with, the forward momentum of T20 cricket, but also understanding the players, trying to integrate the overseas players into the locals and get them to know their game really quickly. So that's been one of the messages, because you want to know how the locals and also the overseas perform under pressure out in the middle. And the quicker you can get that done, the quicker you can learn about everyone's ability, the more success you'll have out in the middle. So it's more just that connection piece, ensuring people how we want them to play out in the middle. And if you do that, then you're just trying to put on some large amount of confidence into the players.
Right, quickly, one last question on this game. At this stage, looking at the way the situation is, how far do you think you need to settle on a score?
Well, it's hard to tell, isn't it? I mean, we've got some real nice power at the back end, actually. So, anything's possible, actually. And that was one of the messages that I sort of said to them. Don't worry about what's happened in the past, only worry about today.
Right, thank you so much for your time. Wonderful having a chat with you. Good luck for the campaign ahead.
Welcome, it's good to be here.
60 for 3, yeah.
Really great to hear the thoughts of Brad Hodge. What a white ball player he was for Australia. His thoughts to Mikhail Vaswamy there down pitch side. Really get a sense as to just how big this league could be in years to come. Having the likes of Brad Hodge here, Shikhar Dhawan yesterday, Martin Guptill out there. Enthusiasm, the passion, the love for cricket in this country. Sure, it's surpassed anywhere in the world right now. It's contagious, HD, isn't it?
The importance of the overseas player as well is to take back a message to their respective countries. And you go back and you say, look, hang on, this Nepal Premier League is the real deal. Then suddenly you start to see more interest from outside of Nepal. That's a lovely shot down the ground. Beautifully timed, beautifully placed.
This is just a proper cricket shot, isn't it? We heard Shriram talking at the pitch report, hit straight. You hit straight at the TU, you get great reward. We're going to be like a broken record saying that, I think, throughout this tournament. Pump it down the ground, you're going to get 4 or 6. Fully agree with your point, as this one's edged away for a couple. Speaking to James Neesham after the game yesterday, he said he had quite a few messages from people when it was announced he was coming, going, Jimmy, what are you going to Nepal for? He said he's been blown away since he's landed, and he's now going to take that message back to New Zealand and all around the franchise circuit, that this place is extraordinary in its potential, sheer love for cricket, and also, HD, its quality of local players too.
The ultimate success of your tournament is not the overseas players, it's how good the local players can be and the contributions that they make throughout the tournament.
Spot on the money. Saw 2 local players star yesterday, didn't we? Shape of Asif Sheikh, Daniel Saad. That's going to get us to the halfway stage of this first innings, and the umpire, Durganath Subedi, will say it's time for a drink. The Royals, 68 for 3.
There's colour, there's cheers, and all for the love of cricket here in Nepal. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and the atmosphere, as always, incredible in this part of the world. And never short of entertainment and some quality cricket as well. When you come to the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Ground here in Kirtipur, and soaking into the atmosphere is Sridharan Sriram. He's really enjoying every bit of it. Where are the moves, Sri?
You can see every move of mine. It's been thoroughly entertaining. Yeah, the crowds have enjoyed it too. It's been a great turnout. I was just talking to friends in India, and they were amazed by the turnouts you're getting on weekdays. So Nepal Premier League is already catching attention. Just for the sheer number of people that are turning up to watch every game. It's Tuesday, folks. Remember, it's a Tuesday. And we're having packed stadiums.
Sri, may I correct you? It's Super Tuesday here.
And I liked what you said yesterday. If Monday can become a Sunday, that was a great term that you used. A weekday is like a holiday. People just coming from every nook and corner, filling the stadiums, modern atmosphere. I think that's the first success. I think no other Premier League, leave the Indian Premier League alone, but no other Premier League has attracted so many people. Yeah, that's terrific to see.
Absolutely, Corral into his third, 1 for 15 for him. He's bowled well. Have to find a move on from here. The Sudurpaschim Royals, they have been kept quiet. This is a run-a-ball partnership for the fourth wicket. 26 runs between McMullen and Zeb.
Both are experienced overseas players, so done well to bide their time. But what's going from here on is going to, can they make it count? Zaib's had a few heaves across the line. Rail has troubled him a little bit as well. 16 runs given of his 2.2 overs. Brandon McMullen hit a lovely shot down the ground in the last over. Shown signs of a terrific player very early on. Zaib plays for Northamptonshire. Born in England, Bucket.